Hi, everyone, and welcome back to my new life in Berlin. So in my first video, I kind of gave you an overview of the whole first couple months, and I really didn't go into much detail. So I thought instead of completely starting from now on, I'd go back and do maybe a week, a video explaining what I did each week and some of the interesting things I have learned about Germany, Germans, myself. So I'll tell you that leaving Brooklyn, where I was, it was hard. I'd lived there 10 years. No, 11 years. 11 years. And, packing up, I'm sure you've all experienced moving, and it's, it's stressful, but I had made up my mind this is what I wanted to do. So I was pretty exhausted when I left. My brother helped in the move, and I had a few signs that kind of helped me feel like maybe I was doing the right thing. I know it might sound silly, but there was this ladybug who I named Dottie, who I took care of. I think it was sick or something. There was a problem. It wasn't flying. That was in my kitchen in Brooklyn. And I fed it and kept it for a couple days and then set it free. Well, as I was leaving my apartment, kind of looking back and waving at it, the only ladybug in 10 years that I've ever seen there before again came and sort of landed right in front of me and flew off right after. And I kind of took that as a little sign that, okay, maybe things will be okay. I know. We take what we can get out of things. So I stayed near JFK for a couple nights with my brother, and then got on the plane, and it was kind of emotional. It was, I didn't know what I was getting into here. I had paperwork kind of set up. I kind of knew I had a plan, and had gotten things started, but I had never been to Berlin, so I really didn't know what it was going to be like here. And I only knew a few people here, as I said in my earlier video. So, and two of them were not going to be here yet when I got here. So I really only knew one person here when I arrived. And I had no sleep on the plane. I can't sleep on planes. I'm a terrible sleeper. So I got here, took a cab to this apartment, and got myself situated, got some sleep, and ventured out in the evening that night and had my first doner kebab. I don't know if you know what that is. I think of a kebab as being, on a skewer and the meat's in chunks on a skewer. Well, this is a little different. I mean, that they have those as well, but this is like this enormous sandwichy thing that's this amazing soft homemade bread that's stuffed with salad with herbs, and then there are meat and vegetarian versions of it. So this one had chicken that they kind of like shawarma, and they slice the meat into it. Mine was chicken, but there's vegetarian ones where they use halloumi cheese or falafel are versions of it as well. But the halloumi is a big thing here. No, you don't see it in the U.S. that much, but here there's a lot of halloumi cheese, which is grilled. It's a cheese that doesn't really melt. You can grill it. Excuse me. I didn't warm up today. Okay. So anyway, I had this enormous doner kebab, and it was really, really good. So then the next day was my first day venturing out, and I went to what area did I go to? Here, I've got everything on the computer reminding me what in the world I did. Yes, I went to Alexanderplatz. So I took the train The trains run really pretty well here. There are issues like New York, but there are a little less of them to me, and the trains are cleaner. The people are quieter. Um, I don't know if you can hear. That was one going by right now because I'm right by the train station. Um, so I got my map and I figured out the trains and I went and walked around Alexanderplatz, where there's an enormous tower, modern tower that they built. The East Germans built to kind of show off, and walked around the old town there. And where else did I go? Here, I'm going to look at the computer and tell you where I went because it was really kind of cool. There's an old section. Oh, I was really close. Sorry. Hello. An old section of the city is around there, and that was cool. Cobblestone streets. And then I came home after venturing out there, and I went shopping for food, which has proven to be the most stressful activity that I am experiencing here. The checkout people are a little scary. They're very dour and want everything done very, very quickly. So you have to like unpack everything, and everybody seems to be standing apart from each other. I mean, there's like a way that they do it all here. You don't put your food right next to the people in front of you. There's like some space. And then they want you packing it as soon as it's through and paying and out of there really quickly. And I'm still working on my money, figuring out what's what. And they're all looking at me with this nasty look on their face. And so it was a little stressful. And I'm packing. I'm like, I'm going as fast as I can. Anyway, and then there are people running to get in front of you in line, which was kind of interesting. I was apparently walking too slow, and somebody ran right around me and got in line right in front of me. I was a little like, hello. But, some things I'm learning. Also, bicycle riders everywhere, and bicycle lanes on every sidewalk, which I'm not used to seeing, and very many times I was right in them. And I'm not used to the sound of the bike bells ringing to get me out of the way. So sometimes they'd be ringing and I wouldn't move, and they'd be ringing and louder and louder, and getting very close to me. And I'd, finally get the hint and jump out of the way. So far, I, haven't been hit, but it's a new thing getting used to watching out for all the bicycles. As well as the trains. The crosswalks, they don't give you much time to cross. It's very quick, and they don't like it. They don't like jaywalkers here, which I'm used to New York, jaywalking. But here they don't like it, and it's actually smart because trains and all these other things are coming by, and it's actually yesterday I almost got hit. I shouldn't laugh, but a train, I was really close to the thing and the train beeped at me, and it was like, I wasn't going to walk at that moment, but it was a little scary. So you got to watch out for that. That night, I will just finish saying, I went and had my first schnitzel in a restaurant right in my neighborhood that I've become a regular at and have become friendly with the servers there. And one server there, there's only one server. And it was good. It was really good. And chanterelles, which they call pfifferlinge here, were in season for that period of time. They're not now. And so they were putting them on everything, and I had them on my schnitzel, and that was a happy evening. And I found a beer that I like. I'm not a big beer drinker, so I found one that I like, though, a Hefeweizen. So I'm learning about the food, the drinks, shopping, all of that sort of thing. But anyway, the rest of that week, I met up with my friend Daniel, and we had a lovely afternoon together. He's the one friend that was here at the time. And He's been kind enough to introduce me to other people as well. That has led to the apartment I'm going to be moving into actually in a few days. So, but then let's see, I had some computer problems that I worked out. Luckily, I bought muesli. I'm now eating muesli in the morning, and yogurt. Yogurt's different here. It's looser. So it took me a while to find the yogurt that I like. The yogurt isn't a thing really here, but there's a Turkish yogurt that's nice and thick, and so I got that. Let's see. The next day, I went out and saw Checkpoint Charlie. I'd been hearing about that my whole life. It's not a whole lot to actually see, but it was very cool to be there. That's the spot at the Berlin Wall where it was, where people could cross through, but you have to, of course, have the right paperwork and the right everything. So I saw that and walked around Kreuzberg, which is a very lovely area. Saw Mendelssohn's grave, which was really kind of unexpected and moving. I didn't know he was in this cemetery that I happened to walk through. So that was really cool. Let's see, I'll finish with this second day because I was telling you some other interesting things that happened. But I got my Anmeldung things together in order to register my apartment. And I don't have a printer here. Nobody has a printer here, apparently. So I had stuff sent to a print shop that I picked up on Warschauer Straße, excuse me. I got to say Straße now. And started teaching my students here that day too. The piano that I ordered had been delivered, so I got that together. I should say keyboard. So things started working out pretty quickly in the beginning. And anyway, that was sort of my first couple days. And I will fill you in on the following days to come. Okay. Bye.